Hey everybody, it's Alison Heikkila. Thanks so much for joining me today. I am so excited because I have the May release from A Colorful Life Designs. It just came in from the mail today and I wanted to open it with all of you on camera. So I just want to say that I am on the design team for A Colorful Life Designs, but I am under no obligation to make this video or to get as many stencils that I got this time. We're always free to choose as many or as few as we like. So all of the stencils from this release, I believe that there's 23 of them, plus a stamp set. I did not get all of them, although I totally could have, because they're all super amazing. But I just want to clarify that I only got stencils that I know I could work with, right away. And I had a billion ideas, although really it was a very difficult choice because I could have made something with every stencil from this release, but I had to go, I had to be realistic and say, I don't know if I have time to make 23 cards. We'll see, but I can always get them in the future. So first we have the Happy Thoughts stamp set. This is so cute. I'm always in need for new sentiments, and I think that these are great because you can use them for anything. This can be great for birthday. It can be great for a congratulations type of card. It can be great for just, have a happy day. It's just perfect. I love all of these. This is great. Love knows no borders. That is a big one for me. I love that. Lots of love from afar. My crafty friends don't live near me, so this is always perfect. This would be great on the back of an envelope, the mailing envelope that you send. This is perfect for that. These are great. So I love that Mary Kay has been adding some card bling. This is one of my favorite colors of all time. Navy blue just makes me happy. And it's just such a nice saturated color. So I'll have to use those on something. And all of the stencils come in these like file folders, which is great. It keeps them nice and flat. What I like to do is I keep my 6x6 stencils from Mary Kay in a binder. I can show you. So this is a binder from American Crafts. It's not decorated yet. I really need to do that. But I have them all in here like this, just with 6x6 page protectors. If I make extra backgrounds, I tend to put them with the stencil if they only use one kind. So I just keep them all in here, and I make sure that you can see what the names of them are. And you can see that I have cut up the manila folders that they come with. So definitely use them. If you're going to put them in a binder or something else, use those folders to help you store your stencils because it keeps them nice and flat and protected. Let's get started with these stencils. Okay, I'm going to move this off like that. We'll use this as our backdrop so that you can see everything easily. So this is very, very cool. I love geometrics. This is called the Layered Square Mandala. And there's a couple of stencils in here. You can use them all together or separate. Let's pull this out. Oh, look at that. So there's 3 stencils, and you can line them up easily so that you can, decide where you're going to put it on your card or your scrapbook page or whatever. They're so cool. Love that. This alone, this one by itself is fantastic, but then when you add more colors to it, that's going to be amazing. And you don't have to keep this centered. You can definitely use just, one side or something. So whenever there are layered stencils, they come in this clear acetate pouch. You can keep them in that or not. I'll wind up putting them into my little book later on after I use them. This is another layering stencil. This is called Layered Wavy Lines 1. Well, there's 1 and there's 2 because there's 2 stencils to this. But let me pull that out for you. This would be a good one to use with pixie spray, if you have pixie spray, just so that your lines don't shift. Although, you know what? You probably don't even need it because these are pretty fat. So this is wave, blah, 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 blah. Let's try that again, Al. Layered Wavy Lines 2. So you can see that they go right on top of each other. I already have a bunch of ideas for this. This is going to be great. Oh, beach scenes, right? Night skies. Love that. Okay, I think that's all the layering stencils I have. So this one is called Meteor Shower. I love space, celestial imagery, astrological, astronomical, all of that stuff. I love it. So this is going to be fun. And really, like, take away the name, it's just dots. Dots that start off really heavy up top and then slowly fade into less. So you don't have to use it for like a starry scene or anything like that, but man, that's going to be fun. And you could pick and choose like what areas you want to use. Maybe you only want just a few. So work down low. But if you want it very concentrated, work up high, or a little bit of both. Okay, this one is called Astral Swirl. Lots of circles on this. Oh, it's so cool. When Mary Kay comes out with stencils like these that are kind of a mandala type thing, I tend to not use the mandala right in the center of my project. I tend to cut off a portion of it. Like I'll have 2/3 of it, or I'll have it split down the middle. I just like that kind of offset thing. That's just me. But you can definitely center it if you want to. This would be great if you did just a square card, right? It would look really good like that. Square cards need extra postage though. So if you do that and you plan on mailing it, keep that in mind. You need to add extra postage for square cards. This one is called Star Stretch. My mom is going to love this one. She's the one that got me into the stars and sci-fi and, Star Wars and Star Trek and all of that stuff. So she's going to definitely like this. I have some really fun ideas on what I'm going to do with this one. There are some character stamps that I have that I think will work really well with this. And I think that my son Phoenix is going to like this one a lot too. I could see him working with this. That's cool. This is going to be great on a gel plate. See how the stars are kind of minimizing as they go up in this diagonal? They're super big here, and then they get smaller and smaller and smaller. That's going to be really nice on the gel plate. Okay, this one is called Star Points. That's really fun. And you don't have to ink them all up. If you have, let's say you have a character here, right? And you want to have just a few of them going around said character or critter or whatever, you can just isolate which ones you want to ink up. There are so many teeny tiny blending brushes that are available now. You can just decide where you want. And you can even use some like washi tape to mask off, some areas, whatever. So don't think that you have to use this whole pattern. You can definitely just pick and choose which areas you want. This one is called Night Sky. These stars are so cool because they're very organic looking. They're not super sharp and pointy, and they're not perfect, and I love that about this. They look hand-drawn, which is really fun. This one is a nice chunky star. Love that. This would be great with, oh my gosh, so many things. I'm just picturing like lawn fawn stuff, right? Like the critters that are looking up at the sky. How cute would that be with these? Oh, love it. Love it, love it. I hope you guys do too. Make sure that if you decide to shop these stencils or any of the other stencils from A Colorful Life Design, do use my code ALFAN10. I'll make sure that I have it in the description box for you, because then you'll save 10% on your whole purchase unless you get a bundle. If you get the bundles, those are already deeply discounted, so you won't save any more. But if you're getting individual stencils, you'll save 10%. This is called Orbits, and this one is really cool. Truthfully, there goes my cat. He's going to start meowing. I don't really think I'm going to use this stencil as a whole. I think I'm going to pick and choose which of these orbits I'm going to use. I don't think that I'm going to ever wind up using the whole piece as one. I think that I'll wind up like starting with this one and then layering this one on top. And even if this circle winds up on this circle, if I use a different color, it will show. It will give a different look. And I think that if we wind up even overlapping them, like this one is here and then I scoochy this one up a little bit so that it's kind of overlapping a little, I think that'll be really cool. I hope that I'm explaining that well. I see it in my head, but I don't know if I'm explaining it well enough to you guys, but I think it's going to be a really fun one. And again, this is a great one to isolate different colors. Like if you want this ring to be red and this ring to be, blue, then you can fill in this ring with, say, pink, you know, whatever. I think that it'll be a lot of fun to play with. Okay, next up. This one is called Meteorites. And this is one of the smaller stencils. This is a 3x6. So it's like half the size. I love using these on my 3x5 gel plates because it fits perfectly. You know, you've got a little bit of an overhang, which is great because then your pattern kind of goes off of the plate. I hope you guys have been tuning into my Monoprint Mondays. I've been having a lot of fun with them. So maybe I'll use this on one of those. Actually, I might wind up using all of these. I don't know. I'm just really excited about this release. But these are really cool. This would be great for like a dinosaur card because these kind of remind me of rocks on the ground. I mean, it's called meteorites. So yeah, hello, rocks. But like, wouldn't this make a great path? Or like, can't you see a big T-Rex or Brontosaurus back here? And then all of these little stones on the ground? That would be really fun. Can you tell that I'm excited? I think it's obvious. So this is Cosmos. This is cool. So there's a lot of circles in this release, but they're all so different, right? I mean, this is vastly different from this one. And then we have this one, and it's really different. And then the other one that's kind of a mandala, and they're just all different. My cat is fine. He's just singing to Poseidon as he drinks his water. This is a ritual he performs several times a day. So if you hear him and he sounds kind of weird, this is just his song to the gods. So these circles look super organic and very cool. I keep saying it, but again, you can isolate areas and use just what you feel like using. You don't have to use the whole pattern, but man, it is a really cool pattern. I love these 6x9s because if you do wind up doing the whole piece at once, you can cut it in half and you have 2 card fronts, which is awesome. You'll get a little bit of a border, but you know, that's kind of my style anyway, so I like having that border. This one is called Pointed. I love that they're just marks. This is great for an art journal where you just need to add a little something and you're not really sure what it is. This is a great mark making stencil. I have a hard time with doodling and kind of just putting things on the paper sometimes. I'm just not really sure what shape to do. And this is great because it's done for me, but it looks as though it was done by hand. And look at how cool this would look with that. Like layered on top. It's a little tricky to see. Let's do it this way. That could be fun in different colors. The ideas are flowing. Okay, last but not least, this one is called Dangles. This is another 6x9. This, I mean, it works with the kind of space theme that's going on with this release, but how pretty would this be for the holidays? If you maybe inked the strands up in gold. So my phone rang, sorry about that. So if you were to do these strands in gold, and then you could do these sort of like ornaments in different colors. You could even take like the glitter gel from Gina K Designs and Thermoweb and have each one a different glitter color. Or you could fill them in with Nuvo drops. Just make sure that you wash your stencil immediately after using any type of gel, paste, any kind of sticky stuff. Because you don't want that to stay on your stencil. I tend to keep a basin of water next to my workspace that's filled with about 2 inches of water, and I just throw my stencils in there as I'm finished with them so that whatever is on them stays wet, and then I can wash them off easily. And you wind up using less water that way than if you were to just run them under the sink and clean everything off. It works out really nice. Even the gels and the pastes come off much easier if I've soaked them for a few minutes before I rinse them off. So, little tip there for you. But again, this one is called Dangles, and it's going to be really fun to play with. You know, I really see this for the holidays, and I think it's going to be beautiful. You could put like a big Merry down here or something. Happy holidays, whatever. But yeah, so that is a good portion of the release. It's not the whole thing, but like I said, I wanted everything. I had a really hard time deciding what to get and what not to get, but you know, I had to be realistic, and I can always get more later. So thanks, Mary Kay, for having another really amazing and inspiring release. I'm so excited to play with all of this stuff. Don't forget to get this stamp set. It's really good. This might be my favorite stamp set that she's had so far, actually, because you can use these sentiments for so many things. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you are inspired. Don't forget to use my code ALFAN10 so that you can get a 10% discount at A Colorful Life Designs. I will see you guys very soon. Have a great day. Be well. Stay safe. Peace out.